Hey guys, I have been asked many times to do a tutorial on these books. So these are two that I did a while back, and I hadn't painted the back of them, so that's what these were waiting for. So I thought I'd show you ahead. This is what we're going to do, and they look really cool. This one, I didn't put anything on the binding, but I did on this one. Okay, I have a couple different stages. I had prepared this one and was going to do this one. This book has a burlap texture. This is a really old book. Let me see what it says in here. This is a super old, well, it seems like it's called The Seasoned Timber. See if it has a date. Copyright 1939. Anyway, you can see that the paper is definitely aged. And this book smells really old too. But anyway, I'm going to make that one a tea-themed book. I have this book. These books I picked up at Habitat for Humanity. And after I get done with these, then I'm going to stencil like Farmer's Market right here. So anyway, I have those books. And then I picked up a couple more at the dollar store. And I thought I would show you. Okay, so it doesn't matter what the content of the book is. That's not what this is about. I really like when a book is black. So I just take this off and throw it in the garbage. So this book has a little bit of embossed something or other here. But anyway, so there's that, $1. Then there's this book. And like I said, $1. So we got another black. It's nice when they have a little bit of texture. The Space Between the Stars. See, you could even on a book like this, you could put stars and a moon, and then the content is relevant. But it doesn't really matter because these books are for decor purposes. So we're going to work on these three and these three. And then I also wanted to show you, I picked up some items. Where did they go? Oh, here they are. All right. So I picked up some items at Michael's the other day. You can go into Michael's. How exciting is that? Okay, so these were on sale. I think they were 50% off. So I think they were $1 a piece, and you get 4 pieces of these wood embellishments in there. These you get 2 pieces, and these you get 2 pieces each. And I think these were on sale for like $1.50. These bigger ones, and these smaller ones, I think they were $1. So we're going to use those. I also picked up these 2 Woodward's Love, and I think these books are not big enough for the love words. Or these. These books are not big enough for these either. Anyway, this says Memories. If you had a really big book, you could even put this on the binding if you had a really thick book. So we won't be able to use these, but I did pick these up for that purpose. And I sell a lot of these altered books in the antique booth at the Brass Armadillo. They actually sell like hotcakes. I don't know why. I also found, this wood piece. So you can use wood or chipboard. This will fit. So I might use that. And then look at this. I got this at Hobby Lobby for 99 cents. These are gorgeous. And I don't know yet if I'm going to use one of these on there because they're just too beautiful. I'll probably use them for something really spectacular. But I did get them thinking I would use them on a book, but I'm probably not going to. So anyway, I wanted to show you the things to start with, and then we'll get going here in a minute. So this is what I'm going to do with these 3 books. So our next step is going to be to glue them on. Seems like a really simple step, except I don't have my glue ready. I do use the Beacon fabric tack glue. I have my trusty big bottle here, and of course, many of you who've been around a while might know that I have no strength in my hands. So I'm not going to be able to fill this bottle up right now. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see if this other bottle is, this bottle feels more full. All right, we'll see if we can get some glue out of here. I need to find another word. Hold the phone. I have a word. I have a word. And I don't want to shut off the video to find the word, so just hang tight. Here is the word. It is raining outside, so you may be hearing that. I don't know. But here's the word, vintage. And I'm going to put that right there. That little board, this one, is a little bit warped, so I'm going to get a different one. That's annoying. Hopefully this one's, because this one's not warped. Is that one? Nope, that one's good. Okay. There we go. All right, gonna put that back. All right, now we can glue. How about that? Now, you can use hot glue, and I might use a little bit of hot glue, but you don't have to like massively glue these. They're not going to be handled a lot. So you don't have to worry about super heavy, massive amounts of glue. So I'm going to glue this sewing machine to this piece of wood. And then I'm going to take the vintage word. It got really cold outside. It is May 24th today, and it's so cold. I had to go put a hoodie on, and obviously I'm in the house. So this glue is a bit stringy, so I'm going to take my scissors and try to pull that stringy glue so that doesn't show. And then I'm going to glue the word vintage right there. I'll tell you what, guys, I think these books are cool, but I am really surprised that they sell as much as they do.
I'm not at all. She does fantastic work.
Listen to him. Anyway, somebody likes them. I don't know if it's the same person that keeps going back and buying all of them, but I'm glad they do. Hey, babe, while you're here, can you open this for me?
The weather outside is frightful. It's starting to really come down.
Well, I think it's an early movie night. What do you think?
I agree. What time is it?
It's 2:16.
All right.
What do you think?
2:30
2:30? All
I'm just
right.
kidding.
He has to say just kidding because he knows I will be all over that.
Yep. I don't know if they're picking up trash tomorrow, but I'm going to hope for the best, prepare for the worst. So we'll be getting the trash to the
I
curb.
bet they're not, but I would be careful just in case. I don't know.
Doug put his out. He hasn't steered me wrong.
Doug doesn't know.
His
Okay.
trash gets picked up on a regular basis unless they don't pay their bill. There, that's open for you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right, guys. So you want to be sure you turn it the right way. And, you know, it doesn't really matter if your book's upside down, but I do always like to try to make sure the book is not upside down.
Oh, it is coming down.
It's nice. That ladder out there is going to get lots of nice aging today.
Maybe we didn't have some exposed wood on it.
All right.
Oh, our flowers are going to love this. Oh,
Yeah.
I should have picked up some guttering.
He always forgets the guttering. He thinks we're doing a vlog video. We're not. We're doing a project video.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
All right. This one I have had. Bye. This one, I have had this mushroom in my stash for the longest time. And I think it is adorably cute. And it goes really good with the word magic. I don't know why. A mushroom, magic. They both start with an M, right? Not having any strength in your hands can sometimes be annoying. But at least they work. I can use them. Okay. So we're going to center that on our backboard piece. And we're going to glue that. Well, before we were interrupted, I was saying these books are cool, and for whatever reason, people seem to like them. So if you have a booth, or if you just want to make some home decor for yourself, this is a really inexpensive way to do it. Because if you think about it, oh, why did I set that like that? Okay, now I gotta go back up. And we're not gonna center this one in the middle, but we do want to center it on the sides as best you can. I just kind of eyeball it. Okay, now we're going to glue the word magic. But anyway, so our books are $1. These were 2 for $1, so that's 50 cents. This was probably like $3, to be honest with you. So, and these wood words at Michael's are, I think they come in packs of 3s or 4s. They didn't have any more when I went the other day. So I don't know if you can get them anymore. But this one says magic. Magic, there we go. But okay, so like this book, $1 for the book, $1 for this piece. I don't know where this came from, to be honest with you. So I'm going to say $1 for these. So I've got $3 invested. And I've been selling these books for $15. I mean, paint is nothing. This one's probably a little bit more expensive because this mushroom was probably pricey when I got it. This was $1 at Michaels. And then you got 4 pieces of these for $1.50. So let's just say 75 cents. So we're $2.75 in, and we're going to sell for $15. They're going so well, I might just go up to $16.50. All right, I'm going to try to center that. Actually love crafting in the rain. Not in the rain, but when it's raining. I like to groom when it's raining. I like to watch TV when it's raining. I pretty much like to do anything when it's raining. I like rain. I like snow even better. But rain makes noise, and I really like that. Okay, we got some glue strings I want to get rid of. You know, little bits of glue strings are going to kind of disappear once you get paint and everything. But you want to get those big glue strands off of there. All right. Are we having fun yet? Are you guys excited? I know some of you have really wanted this book altering tutorial, and you're finding out that it's really simple. Okay. All right. So we'll let those set up. And we have these other books. I'm going to bring this out. This is just a, I'll do it like that, so it's not distracting. It's just a piece of cardboard to, so when I paint, it doesn't get too messy. And these books are black, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take some black paint, and I use DIY. It's a clay-based paint, and I'm going to take the one that is called Little Black Dress. And I am just going to paint these little windmills black. I'm going to attempt to make these 2 books look kind of like stone, with layered paints and white wax. So I am thinking these windmill ones will go over really well in the farmhouse style decor. But painting them black like this will keep everything really uniform, since the book itself is got a black background. Okay, there's that one. I guess I didn't really need the painting this part. Sorry, my notifications are still on. I always forget to turn those off. Okay. I want to get to the teapot one, but I'm using my favorite brush on the black, and I'm going to have to go clean it before I could, because I'm going to do, well, I could probably use the same brush. Okay. All right, there we go. Trying to get all the black paint off of it. We'll cover that little, whatever that was. Okay. Let's let those dry. And let's get this. And we're going to use Prairie Gray on this. use up whatever's left on that. It doesn't really matter because we're going to do so much layering of color on here. I do love the fact that this has got that burlap texture. I'm hoping that's going to really add to this particular book. I've had several tea-themed books, and they've gone, so I figure, why not make more? All right, I'm going to work on this one. This one's kind of soaking it in, so it might take me a little bit to get it done, and then I'll be back for our next step when everything's dry. It's been almost a week since I worked on these books because I went back to work grooming dogs, and I didn't have time for these, so I'm back, and I'm going to finish this video today. I did get all my books, everything glued on. I love this one. This one's going to turn out really awesome. This one also is going to look really, really cool. And then there's this one. And what I did last night, because it's been a while since I've done any altered books, is I played with it to figure out how I did it, because I forgot. So this is kind of the look that we're going for. This is what seems to be selling well. Only I noticed that once I started painting, when I painted it black, you couldn't see these words. But once I started laying other colors on top, it kind of brought the words back. So what I'm going to do, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do this on camera or not, but I have some molds like this that are straight, and I can do these molds, and I can cover the binding with these molds to get rid of these letters. I don't think it's a really big deal, but it kind of gives the book even more of an aged old feel. So this is what we're going for. And we'll do the other one like this one first. So it's really, really simple, guys. You guys are going to be like, we waited this long to learn that? All right. So I've got white paint, and I've got my white swan, and this is prairie gray. So I'm going to take my brush, and I'm going to dip it in the white like that, and then I'm going to kind of dab it off right here, and I'm just going to do that and that. Grab a little bit more. And there's really no way that you can mess this up unless, see how I got that, like, it's this, the rest of it's more dry brushed, and that one kind of looks like a blob. It's okay. All right, because we're using a dry brush, we can go ahead and look. This book doesn't have, oh yeah, there you go. Got some letters coming back. Okay. So you want to use kind of a light hand, and you can, obviously you could still see that black through there, and you want to kind of want to get that inside ledge as well. All the way around. we'll take another brush and we'll get our prairie gray. And we're going to basically do that exact same thing. My prairie gray is a little bit older, so it's just a little bit thicker. And you don't have to worry, because if you get too much of this, you can just go over it again with the white. Now on this particular book, I am going to stencil something right here at the bottom. And I've been thinking about what color I would want to stencil, and I'm going to stencil black. And it dries super fast because we're just using a dry brush. We're not using a lot of paint. And when it dries, it's going to lighten up, okay? But you can do different variations of shades, like if you wanted this one darker and this one lighter. I'm going to take a little bit of this prairie gray. And to me, I didn't like this kind of lighter colored blob there on this book I did last night. So I'm just going to go over a little bit. And I'm even going to use my white a little bit for my windmill. So there, kind of pops that windmill out a little bit. Okay, let's do another one. Let's see. Let's do this one. All right. Kind of excited about this one. Oh, look how that comes out. Oh my gosh, I love it. And you can kind of go both directions, because I like how you get the kind of darker white, more white at where you start, and then you drag it down. And then you kind of start going this way. Okay, so even just with this, the black base and the white dry brush, this book to me already looks phenomenal. I love it. But I definitely think that it already looks so old, so vintage, so cool, that it is going to need something on the binding. So I'm definitely going to do that. And I'm going to use this, what did I call this? Prairie gray. But I'm not going to use it over the whole book. I'm going to just use it on the outside borders. Maybe I'll do a little bit on those little decorative corners. But I really want this area to be highlighted. So I'm not going to run it over the top of this. I think this book is going to really appeal to, obviously, somebody who sews. We had a good day yesterday at the Antique Mall, and I'm looking forward to getting these books over there this morning. Nicely, they dry quickly. So, ta-da! So there we go. All right, let's use some color. Which book are we going to use color on? Oh, we're going to use color on this book. But we're going to start with white. Here we go. It's just so funny how everything just comes alive when you start your dry brush. Oh my gosh, I love it. Now, we got some paint on this side. That brown paint doesn't matter a bit. Doesn't matter a bit. And we got a little bit more white here than I probably would have liked, but that also not a problem. We're just gonna, we'll cover it up with other colors as we go. All right. So I brought, what did I bring? I'm not sure if this is going to be the color we go with. I think it's not. I brought sea glass, and I don't think so. Now let's go with Apothecary, which is green. And I'm going to use this brush that I used with the Prairie Gray, because to me it doesn't matter that it's got some of that brown in it. All right, let's, there we go. So you can kind of see how if you wanted to, and I have before started with books that were white as the base color, but I really do like the base being black as well. So it just depends what you're going for. But it's getting warm in my house. I got to take my robe off. There we go. So adding that green just kind of brings it alive. And you can see how you start to see your words on here. So I think I will do some molds off camera, and I'll come back and we'll put those on there. But see how we just cover up some of that white with that green? Okay. Let's do, I also brought Farm Fresh. So let's do a little bit of Farm Fresh. And Farm Fresh is just a little kind of, I don't know if you can see that. It's just a little bit, I call it darker green. Some people say it's more like a blue-green. And just to give it another dimension, we're going to add some of that. I'll be honest with you, when I first started doing these books, I was really messy, and I've gotten a little bit less messy, but I still, let me turn the book up, I still like to do this. Just a little light dry brushing of color on those pages. This book already had some kind of marker on it. So I do kind of like to do that. All right, let's dry brush some of this on the back. It's funny, these books seem to sell better at one antique mall than the other. I don't know why. Totally don't know why. Now, we can even add, let's just try it. We'll add some prairie gray to this. Not a lot. Just adds another little dimension. And to me, this looks kind of like, I don't know, like a little Hobbit book. So I kind of think that it needs that just little touch of brown. Okay, so see, mostly we're still green, but we added those little bits of brown. All right, there we go. Magic is done. We just gotta let it dry. And we have one more book. One more. Oh no, we have two. We have two. I forgot. So just as we did with the others, we're going to start with our white. want parts of it to be brighter white than other parts. Want that variation. All right. It's actually kind of fun to do this messy painting that it doesn't matter what direction you're going. Kind of fun. All right. Now, I thought on this color, and let me get my tops on these. We're going to do blue. And again, we're going to use the same brush we used with some of the other colors. Normally I would want a new brush, but the way we do this, it's just, there's no messing it up. Well, I guess there you could mess it up if you just didn't like the way you did it. So this is a blue-gray, and it's called Skeleton Key. And I'm probably going to go over this with white again. And sometimes you discover, like I'm discovering right now, I wish I had done the blue first instead of the white. But like I said, it doesn't matter because you can go back over it. And you can go back over it quickly because you're using a dry brush and it dries really fast. Now, once I get my molds glued on here and they dry, I'll have to repaint these colors on those molds. That actually will make it so that I can't take these books to the antique mall today because those molds will take 24 hours to harden. And that's a bummer because I really wanted to take them today. Maybe I'm going to open this sea glass. Now, look how vibrant. Can you see that? I'm going to add a little bit of this and see what happens. See if I like it. All right, what are you guys thinking? I don't hate it. I think it's probably a little bit nice to add that pop of color. So yeah, you don't have to do these books to look old. You can do them however suits your fancy. All right, I'm kind of digging this. But I still think I'm going to take some more white. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I like that. Tones that bright blue down just a little bit. So I do like that. Don't mind so much on the back. All right, so that's that book. Now, this is our last book. And we're definitely going to use white on this one. Now, this is that book that had the burlap cover to it. I'm not sure I'm going to do other colors on this one. I may just leave this one, these two colors. I wish I had something I could just put T right there. Maybe I do. I might have to look through my stash. You know, you can come up with your own ways to make these books better. All right. So there you go. I'll be back when we get ready to put some molds on some of these, and we'll see you then. So I did go ahead and use the IOD molds. I used this one, and I used all of these, and I put, you know, I made them out of clay, paper clay, the IOD paper clay, and I glued them with the Gorilla Glue, and then I painted them black to match the base of the book. So I would recommend probably, like, in the future, if you want to put the molds on your books, that you put it on first and then you paint the whole book. Here's this one. I did save one, the magic one, and the molds that I put on had flowers on them, and I thought that was pretty perfect for this particular book because it has a mushroom on it. Flowers and mushrooms, you know, kind of go together. So I did get a little bit much glue on this book. I don't know if you can see the shiny of the glue, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and paint over that. I have experienced a little bit of difficulty when trying to paint that glue, so I'm going to come on a little bit thick over that extra glue. And then I'm going to give these probably about 15-20 minutes to dry, and then I'm just going to go over them with the same paint technique that we did the cover of the books with. I'm in a hurry because we're headed off to the antique mall, and I think these are good. I heat set these. They're pretty firm, but this is how I stenciled the bottom of these two, and this is how I'm packaging them to go in the antique mall. I haven't packaged them like this before because some of the books that I used were bigger and wouldn't fit in here, but these will, and so I'm putting them in this clear cellophane wrapper to sell them. And when I sell these, I mark them as altered books for decor purposes. So, there you go. Here's the vintage sewing machine. Here's the magic. And here is the cross. So anyway, I know some of you were kind of after me to get that done. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you will try it out. Let me know. And thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.